And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills.
I can't catch a break, guys.
Yeah.
Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys.
People think, oh, well, cleaning your room, that's just a cliche. It's like, yeah, really, eh? Just go ahead and try it.
If people had any idea how powerful sleep is for healing from anything, and the fact that it's free.
My mind is absolutely bulletproof, solid as a rock.
Podcast. And we are live. Ciara, how are you, Ciara? What's the crack?
Brandon, how are you? Oh, it's good.
Not too bad. Any news or any banter?
Yes, I've none. Apart from China, and that's about it. Like, you know.
Apart from China, which?
Lockdown. I love off in China at all.
Yeah,
we have.
You time off work.
Yeah. So it's good.
How long has it all been going on now? Do you know?
How long has it been going on? Is it 11 weeks?
And
12 weeks?
Are you off work 11 weeks?
About that, yeah. Since the. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Nice, isn't it? I mean, like it's a big change for an awful lot of people in an awful lot of ways, and look, there's been definitely been some less than ideal outcomes from it. You know, people getting sick and dying and all that kind of stuff. You know, touch wood. If anybody listening has anybody affected by the virus, I'm very sorry to hear that. But like at the end of the day, if you have the time off and you get extra time with your family, you have to take that as well, don't you?
Well, we'll never get it again, and it is good to have time at home too. You know, with the kids and stuff like that, because you know you don't get enough time with them. You know, and it's just good. Like I enjoy it.
What do you work, like 20 hours a week or?
About 20 hours a week. Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
it's grand.
You're part time.
Yeah, part time. It's enough.
Listen, but like with kids, like I can't. Like me and Chloe are trying to kind of sort out the balance between getting a house and having a baby and stuff. 2 full-time parents. I can't imagine how you spend any time with your kids.
Yeah, you see, a lot of it involves running around after, you know, with sports and stuff like that. Like, and you know, you come home in the evenings after doing work and it's homework. Then you could be running to football or something like that. So you don't really, like, I know you're taking them here and there, but you're not really spending time with them as such, you know. Like
yeah, true.
You know, like you get to try different things and go for walks and stuff that you wouldn't normally do, you know, and like just making memories as such, isn't that what they say? So
that's all about. What age are your babies now?
Ellie's 15, Kieran's 8, and Finn is 5. So
hands full.
Oh yeah, she's great crack.
For 13 years anyway.
Oh, them boys won't leave their mother.
Yeah, you reckon? Yeah, so maybe another 30 years. So Ciara, so just get a little bit of an intro. So just kind of who are you and what do you do? So what do you do for a living? Obviously you're Céire Maguire. I've said it like 3 times now.
Yeah, I work part-time up in Coes, just in the canteen there. It's grand. Like, I help out with the kids' Gaelic teams. You know, well, there's been no Gaelic this year. Full-time mother, full-time taxi driver. But sure, look, it's great.
Yeah, and what was I suppose we jump right into the kind of what was your whole fighting fit experience? How did you get in touch with us? How did you join? Where were you beforehand?
Well, Paddy, my husband's already a member of Fighting Fit. He had already been a member for probably over a year. And he was a member for nearly 2 years actually before I joined. But we were at the White Collar Boxing one night, October 17, and Stephen came over to me, you know, how you doing, blah, blah, met him. He said, oh, we'll get you in the gym yet, this kind of crap. Oh, yeah, rolling my eyes. I said, I'll never go to the gym, what are you on about? And that night I won a voucher. And sure, lo and behold, I'm there since, haven't left. And I was like, I was nearly going there just to keep fit, you know, not keep face, but like just for Paddy nearly, you know, just kind of like, He loves it. Go and see what the big thing is about. Because I've tried loads of gyms. I've been in every gym in the town. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to tell you a lie.
Yeah.
Tried them all. I've done Slimming World. I've done Weight Watchers, you know, and I suppose maybe Stephen was like, oh, we'll get this one in here yet, you know.
Yeah, you almost felt obligated because Paddy had such strong ties in.
Well, that's it, yeah. Sure. You know what I mean? Like, I'm there since, you know, I love it. I love it, you know. You're not just a number, you're not just a face, do you know what I mean? It's the personal, you know, you have with, how personal you are with us all, you know.
It's a relationship, we're all friends.
Yeah, exactly. You know our history. You know, it's not like, oh, there's that one over there, you know, oh, sure, she just be here the other time. You know, it's the personal relationship.
Exactly. Yeah, it's community, because really what we want to try and do is, like I said, it's like, it's coaching, and to coach somebody, I think, you need to know somebody. You need to know the outs and in and outs of somebody. You need to know kind of what makes them tick. You need to kind of know what their background is. Especially, I mean, like, we definitely do have people who just kind of breeze in and breeze out. But like I said, obviously, just like anything else, the longer you stay, the more that we know you, the more we know you, the more we can work with you, and the more that we can kind of. I suppose that's the main thing. Yeah, I'm struggling for nearly the word so much as you are, but it really is just a case of just knowing somebody and understanding who they are and just building that relationship.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But the night I went down one night, the night you had like an open night or something, for new members or whatever, and it was a Saturday night. I remember going down, and it was maybe about 7, 8 people there, and I was up, got weighed with Jenny and Stephen, and Stephen was like setting out your goals or whatever, and he's like, well, how much do you want to lose in 12 weeks? It was a 12-week kind of thing. Well, that's what it was, a 12-week course or whatever.
Boot camp, I think we call it the time.
Yeah, boot camp. I didn't want to say the boot camp word. But I was like, right, I want to lose 2 stone. That was, and I Stephen looked at me and was like, right, okay, if you don't lose, say, whatever it was, a week, you're on the assault bike for, like 2 mile or something like that. I was like, no chance of me going on that assault bike. And I hit my goal within 10 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like,
brilliant. What way were you starting that, Ciara, if you don't mind me asking?
I was about 17.5 stone when I started.
Okay, Jesus, yeah.
At my heaviest, that was my heaviest. And the night Jenny weighed me on the scales, I was like, frig, I didn't actually realise, because we don't have a scales in the house, I didn't realise how big I was.
Yeah.
And so when you back of photographs as well, you realise maybe about 2 weeks before I started Fighting Fit, we were going out for my brother's 21st, and I had a picture, and I remember sending it to my sister, and she was saying, oh yeah, you look lovely. You did look lovely. But now I look at that picture, and she just said to me, Ciara, you think someone got a pump and pumped you up? I was so bloated, and so, I gained a lot of weight, and I'm only 4'11", you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but like I said, yeah, you really do just kind of get accustomed to how you look, and it builds on so gradually that you nearly wouldn't notice. What's that thing? I think if you put a frog in boiling water, but raise the temperature very slowly, you can kill it, and it won't even notice that it's been boiled to death, because it's so gradual.
Right.
And but really, it's like people get in that situation like that in their lives. It's one step at a time. Doesn't seem like that much. It's just a little bit here. It's just a little bit there. But it really is. It's the habits and the little things that we do every day that over the period of our life actually make up our results.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I suppose that we really try and focus on, is just getting the little things right. Like, it's very rare I ask anybody to do anything extraordinary. It's like, show up to work out. Like, well, the extraordinary thing I'll ask you to do is I'll ask you to do whatever small thing I ask you to do an awful lot. I'll ask for consistency. You'll probably be making a 5-day commitment or a 7-day commitment for 3 months. And that's the hard work. People want to do, a 2-hour session twice a week, and hopefully that result will last you 6 months. And it just doesn't work like that. It's like, it's about getting your steps every day. It's about starting to, like I said, enjoy your workouts, believe it or not, or have a body that doesn't ache every time you move it, making little small switches for breakfast, making the switch that you normally get for lunch, making the switch for dinner. And it's all these little things that add up to success.
Yeah, definitely does. Like, I remember going to the doctors probably about maybe 6 to 8 months before I started joining Fighting Fit. And I remember going to him, and he said to me, look, Ciara, I pains my legs, pains my knees. And he said to me, Ciara, I don't want to offend you, he said, but it's your weight.
Yeah.
And like, it was like, I don't have them pains now, unless, I don't have the pains, nothing compared to what I ever used to have.
Yeah.
Pains would be egg day or something like that. Something you're going to be sore from doing anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, never like, and he kind of did offend me, because I wasn't ready to hear that as such. I was like, give me some painkillers or something, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But so that's, and it's now when I think of how sore I was, and if he'd been out of breath going up the stairs, do you know what I mean? Like, and at the time I would have had, Finn would have been like, he was only a toddler. So you were running after him all the time, constantly out of breath, and it's now you're
training.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it like? Because I had loads and loads of people, 15 stone plus join the gym, and they've all signed up for a program. They all had the same way. And what is it that clicked? Because something obviously switched in your head that you're like, actually, you know what it is? I need to keep doing this, or this is good for me, or...
When I first joined Fighting Fit, it was more so for face, for Paddy. You know, that kind of way, because like Stephen had got me, my sister had went to college with Stephen and done her, you know, they done the course together or whatever. After a week of Fighting Fit, I said to myself, I like this feeling. I love how I'm feeling myself. First week down, weighing, I was down 6.5 pounds. I'll never remember coming in, standing those scales and saying, Greg, it's nearly half a stone gone in 1 week, just from eating properly, you know, like just eating properly and exercising. And I felt so good about myself. My confidence went from here, like it just gradually grew and, you know, went up. But it just, you have to learn to do it for yourself. For that feeling, it's like getting in the right mindset. You know, everything's a mind battle. You know, if you like, some days you might not want to work out and you say, right, okay, I'll frig it. But maybe you just think to yourself, no, I will. I have, not that I have to do it, but I want to do it. You know, you need to do it for yourself. Definitely. I love the way I feel after, you know, it's a confidence thing too. You know, like you have to, it was the way I felt, you know, after week 1 and losing that weight and how I felt after workouts. I just felt like I had more. I needed to do more. And that's just how I felt. You know what I mean?
Just a sense of accomplishment, and then obviously the added kind of workout high.
I had constantly somebody pushing me, you know, you know, give me, go on here. Like when I joined the gym, I was lifting 3 kilo dumbbells, like starting something. Now I'm lifting whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's accomplishment. You're constantly getting stronger, constantly getting fitter. You know, when you see the scales going down, when you see your photographs improving, when you see your inches, you know, when you can go from a size 20 to a size 12. Now it's taken a certain amount of time, don't get me wrong. It's, you know, it's a massive boost.
How long has it taken you, Ciara?
About 2.5 years.
And what's your total weight loss? What's the numbers?
I'm about 7 stone.
From what did you say, 19 and a half?
17 and a half.
17 and a half to...
Just over 10 and a half stone slightly, you know what I mean?
Oh my good googly moogly. That is so impressive. That is so bloody impressive. That is no joke. And I think like if you were to kind of look at who you were before and who you are now, and like a typical life in Ciara of old and typical life in Ciara now, I imagine they're just like worlds apart.
Definitely worlds apart. Like, you know, I never used to like to go out. I, like Paddy would say to me, oh, should we go out, whatever. And I'm don't really want to go out, you know. I'd sit at home and I'd pick. My self-esteem was rock bottom, you know. I probably was a bit depressed as well, you know. No confidence in myself, you know, like.
And do you put that down to the weight?
It would be down to my weight and my own mindset, you know, like it's, again, it's a mind battle, you know what I mean? If you don't feel, you know, you don't feel good in yourself. Like I'm a comfort eater. I'd eat if I'm not happy. You know what I mean? Like I'd be the first one to reach for that pack of biscuits, and before I know it, the pack of biscuits is gone. Not now, because my mind has completely changed. I'm a happier person now. Do you know what I mean? Like it's...
Yeah, just I kind of put you on the spot now, but like, what is it that's changed, like for talk's sake? Because I think this is something that's so important. Is like if you take a person who is stressed, and that it's that moment, it's the stress. There's the moment, and then there's the action. And the stress happened to you before. The moment you decided, obviously, fuck it, I'll have the biscuits, or you know, I'll have the crisps or whatever like that. How have you changed that little go between?
Before I would have sat and had a full packet of biscuits. Now my where like it's just, I don't know, like it's like I think to myself, like how far have I come? Yeah. Look at the road I've come. Like, do I want to go back down that road? Do I want to feel like that before? No way. Definitely not. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, I might want a wee comfort eat. I'll have 1 biscuit, 2 biscuits. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's fine. Not a whole packet.
You found moderation, really.
That's it. Yeah, you have to find your balance too. You know, like you don't have to learn to maintain such as well. You know, and not feel guilty about eating them. Say 2 biscuits. You know, whereas before you would add a packet, and you know what I mean. It's about balance.
I completely agree, and just hearing it from you just kind of reaffirms it to myself, because it's just so important to kind of just not be such an extremist. And like I said, I think what you said as well is just about not feeling so guilty for having that moderate portion. You know, it's like, because I think that really is the kind of, that's what keeps you going. Yeah. For me anyway. You know, it's like we all get sad. You know, we all get stressed. We all want to celebrate, and as a culture and society, we do it with food and drink, which I think is important and fun and good for us, and maybe not in excess, but to be able to kind of have that little bit of a break, to have that little bit of celebration, to have that little bit of a comfort blanket, I think is so important. But I think, like I said, like anything else, taken to an extreme can be quite damaging and quite harmful.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like been there, done that. I don't want to go back down that road again. That kind of way.
Yeah, fair play to Ciara. And what's kind of one of your biggest fitness achievements today?
It'd be running.
Running.
Definitely running, because I would have been no way sporty as a child. No way, hated PE at secondary school. Would have been bored and nuts. Sorry, Mum.
Yeah.
Bored and nuts, for PE, because I hated it. Even like to run a 5K. I kind of did a bit of running last year, and kind of just like it wasn't for me then. And I kind of just frig it, done away with it. This year, the Fight and Fit started up the running club, and started week 1 and gradually got better. Like I was running a 5K in like 40 minutes, you might as well say, which is slow, but it was starting somewhere.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady. And like my fast time now is 33:50. Still slow, but I'll never be the fastest in the world, and I know that. But I'm going out there, I'm doing it, and for me that's a massive thing. Like who would have ever? When would I ever thought I would have been running a 5K?
Yeah.
On Sunday gone there, we done a 10K, which I definitely wouldn't thought I would have ever done. A couple of us from the gym done it. It was for a good cause. It was for the Down Syndrome Centre, and like for me, that's on like. The first 7K was fine, but my legs were like lead from, for the last 3K, but it was more of a run and walk, but it was still 10K completed. And to me, it was like buzzing, I couldn't believe that I'd actually made it through, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, that is incredible.
Yeah, but look, it's...
I suppose as well, it's like, because it's great for you, it's like, because every day, you kind of have all your experience and all your memories to kind of look back on, and you kind of might, at some level, still identify as that old Ciara. But it's like, so to see her now running 10K, because I know for a fact that there's people who would come into the gym and see you now as, let's say, the finished product. Obviously, look, none of us are the finished product, but you're quite inspirational. You're quite disciplined. You've got all your habits down. You're one of the A students. So now when somebody who's new comes in and they see you doing the work, it's very easy to just kind of be like, it's easy for Ciara.
Yeah, but it's not easy. You've got to put in the work. It's not just, oh yeah, I'll do this, it's done. Like it takes time, and you've got to put in the hard work. It's not easy. There's times you feel like giving up. Then you think, why did I start? Look at me then, look at me here, and then look what I can be. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not easy. But
it's one of the reasons. Sorry, go on ahead.
So just you have to work your way through it. If you're in the right mind frame and you know what you want and you've got that goal, you've got to work for it. It doesn't just be handed to you. It doesn't come handed to you.
Definitely, exactly. And one of the reasons I wanted to get you in is because it's great for you to have now. One of the guys I listen to, David Goggins, he calls it your cookie jar. So it's like basically every time now in your life that you come up against adversity, you can just pull like that victory, that mental victory. Oh, who am I? Oh, well, I'm Ciara who lost 10 and a half stone. So when you run up against an obstacle now, you can always go, well, if I overcame that, I can definitely overcome this, And for some people, they don't have that yet. And that's one of the reasons why people like you are so important, because you show people who don't quite have that cookie jar yet that it is still possible. That even if you are 17 and a half stone, you can, with hard work, dedication, and the right program, and consistency. Here's the thing, it's just consistently grinding and consistently tipping away, doing the work, doing what you should be doing, having your highs, having your lows over a period of 2.5 years, being in a completely different body, a completely different headspace, and, have a brand new life essentially.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like you've said it all in one there, you know what I mean? Like it's, look what you can have. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what it is, like, just look what you can
exactly.
do.
Yeah, and
there's no
exactly.
can't in it. Can. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you have a bad day, you have a bad day, Brand. Put it aside. It's not the end of the world. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember having a bad weigh-in one week, and I think it was Chris maybe said to me, and he said, "How's that weigh-in?" as you would all ask. I said, oh, look, it wasn't great. And he said, and how do you feel? Look, Chris, it wasn't great. It's my own fault. It's fine. I says, this is the new week. Start again. You need to have a positive attitude. You know, don't let the knocks knock you completely. You know, just move on.
And that's honestly, I get me and the team here. We get an awful lot of credit for kind of people's success. And I know some people have made some incredible achievements and kind of attribute to us. But essentially, like I said, all we really do is just echo that. That's all I do. You know, it's like, and whether or not you hear it or not, some people hear it and some people don't. And all I do is echo. No, you can. You know, it's like every time somebody comes up with that negative thought, it's like, no. It's not no, it's yes. You know, it's not I can't, it's I can. And with all, that's all people need sometimes. It's just like, oh yeah, I had me and the guys, we have this little group, the Wolf Pack, and we essentially keep each other accountable and set goals. And the guys set me a goal, and once they set me a goal, I was kind of tipping away and all this kind of stuff. And then I just had a meeting with Sam, just like me and you're doing now over Zoom. We do the kind of same goal reviews that we do with you guys. She did a goal review with me, and just her helping me lay it out. Because even though I'm a coach and, you know, I know everything that she knows in the sense of what we were working through, to have somebody else do it and to have somebody else kind of, you know, exactly, and check you off the list. You know, it's kind of like, actually, no, are you doing this? Are you doing this? It's very easy to overlook yourself and get lost in your own mindset or get lost in the momentum of whatever is happening. But when just kind of have that coach to basically go, actually, you know, what about this? Or what about this? What about this? 9 times out of 10, people don't need new information. They just need reminded.
That's it. Just somebody to even keep you on top of it. You know, kind of, it's just to keep you, make sure you still got that taste for it. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly, yeah. And like I said, it's like, you know, sometimes people come to me and they're like, oh, what am I supposed to do on Blackthorn? It's like, I wish I had a new information for you. I wish I had a new plan with shiny bells and whistles to satisfy your needs. But it's the same stuff you're supposed to be doing last week as you need to do this week. You need to do it again. You just need to do it again. Oh, it's boring. It's tired. All right, well, look, we can set some goals. We can make things, you know, we can freshen it up for you. We can maybe change what you're doing. So maybe we're doing an awful lot of weights. Maybe we can change the focus on running. Maybe we can change it onto yoga, swimming, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's hard work, dedication, and good nutrition that's going to get you to where you want to be. And that's just that.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me see. So do you have any advice for anybody if maybe they're listening and they're struggling, maybe they're 17.5 stone and they're sitting there going, how?
It's just the same thing I kind of said before, Brandon. It's just, you need, like, if you're not happy in yourself, you need to think yourself, right, okay, I'm not happy. What do I want? Okay, is it lose weight? Is it, you need to figure out what you want and set some goals. Do you know, like, I think the big thing with you guys is it's goal setting. A lot of it is, and it comes down to goal setting too. Like, you know,
it's knowing what you want.
Focus. Find that focus, and yeah, exactly, finding what you want and where you want to be. You know, and don't give up. Like, it's not an easy journey, definitely not. And it takes time. You know, like, there's people who can go out there and lose stone in fucking, excuse me language, in months, and and then there's people it takes a bit longer. You know, it's a slow and steady pace for some people. You know, and maintaining is the hardest part. Do you know? I know at one stage, like, I maintained for 8 months, nothing budged, maybe a pound down, half pound down, and then I started on the Kickstarter way before Christmas there. And that gave me a boost that I needed. And notice and I've maintained pretty much since then. And like, it just don't give up.
What is it about maintenance that you think so difficult, or you think is that's the key?
Think, right, you hit this weight, you say hit 70 kilos, right? That's great. But then you think, I should have a takeaway here and have a takeaway there. You know, you need to find your balance too. You know, like, you can have a treat, but, you know, eat well is too. You know, like, it's
so it's basically kind of new lifestyle, new habits, hit the goal, and then the temptation is to fall back into your old habits.
Yeah, don't, you know, like think how far you have come. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way I ever want to be 17.5 stone again. There's no way I ever want to be at that mindset again. Do you know what I mean? Because I had no mindset. You know, my mind was completely different then to what it is now. you know, it's just finding your focus and finding what you want. You know, it's finding that bite. You know that.
Yeah, that little bit of something to give you a little bit of hunger.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are you chasing at the minute, Ciara? What's keeping you going at the minute during the lockdown and all this kind of carry on?
I have a goal set just to about another 2 kilos to go, and I'm trying to get my 5k time down. So I'm working on 1k, getting it to 6 minutes.
Brilliant.
Slowly, very slow coming down. But you know, if I get 1k in 6 minutes, I can try and get 2k in 12 minutes. You know, and get my time down. But at the end of the day, if I don't hit it, I'm still trying. Do you know what I mean? It's coming down. It's like, don't let it knock you if you don't hit it. You can try again.
Great point.
Fine. You know,
yes. So it's kind of as well, Ciara. I think here's the big thing as well, is that you didn't start off and say, like, sorry, what weight are you, Ciara?
I'm just about 10 and a half.
So 10 and a half. So you weren't 17 and a half stone and then decided, oh, I'm going to jump to 10. You know, it's just about very slowly moving the bar. You know, it's like, you can't overwhelm yourself with goals. You can't just set big, massive, extraordinary goals. Well, you can, but then it's like, right, okay, you know, it's like, you're not going to lose that in a day. So what do we actually do on a daily basis? Well, we have to chunk it. You have to break it down into bite-sized, manageable chunks. And that's literally, so even now, after all your progress that you had, you're still setting small goals and working towards, you know, incremental improvements every day.
Yeah, it's just the little things, you know.
So what's up next in terms of maybe a big goal down the line, or do you have any kind of fitness goals or anything like that you want to set that's really going to stretch you?
Well, I'd like to get my 5k time down. That's a big thing. I'm trying to get to 32 minutes at the start. I'd love to try the white collar box, and I was hoping to do it this year, but obviously with all the coronavirus and stuff, obviously things aren't going ahead in that. But that was one of my big goals last year, and it didn't happen last year either. So this was the year. But you'll look at it's always next year to look forward to.
That is incredible, Ciara. That's unreal. So for you to go from showing up there, no interest in the gym, a Paddy's white collar, and now you're going to be doing one yourself, that's going to be some jump.
Fingers crossed, Brian.
Brilliant, yeah. And again, we've got you know, plenty of boxing course and all that stuff coming up. So definitely recommend kind of jumping on them and kind of, you know, upskilling yourself into boxing first. You'll be a force to reckon with, Ciara.
Well, we'll see. Fingers crossed.
That is unbelievable. So and again, it's so ambitious as well to kind of, you know, put yourself so outside the comfort zone. Because I think, like, you know, anybody who has never been in the ring and never boxed, like, it's such a different experience. Like, I know, because everybody who's done the white collar, we've done, I think, what have we done? 2 now. So this will be number 3. I think.
Was it 2? Was it 3? No, 1, 2.
We've done 2 or 3.
I can't remember.
I think we've done 2.
2, yeah, maybe 2. Yeah.
I think we've only done 2. But when, like, everybody who's done it, when you get out of that ring, because I've done it my whole life, kind of growing up, but to hear the way that some people rave about it, it's just this euphoria. You know, it's because the crowd's cheering your name. You know, every time you hit someone, the crowd roars. Every time you get hit, you know, you know, it's next level.
I can only imagine what the adrenaline is like, because I'd be pumping with adrenaline, stand on the side, shouting and roaring, you know, for everybody who like go mad. So I can only imagine the adrenaline that comes off you know, that you have when you get out of that ring after being boxing, like, sure, you're buzzing, shaking, you know.
So surreal. And honestly, like, see the win. The win is incredible. Like, I literally took lumps. Then the lads will tell you, we all took lumps and lumps and lumps growing up. Like, from, I think I won my first fight and lost the next 12. You know, like, it was bloody awful. But for that win, you know, it's literally just like an addict chasing the high. You know, it's like, it's so bloody incredible. And as well as that, you know, it's like, because you overcome somebody else, and somebody else has got this, like, this fire and this metal, and they've got their coaches and they've got their crowd, and you're doing everything you can to kind of one up them. And it's not only that, you've sacrificed and you've trained for it, and you've done drills, and those drills might come out in the ring, or they might, you know, disband all the drills that you've done, and you're fighting with pure heart. Oh, it's madness. And if you think boot camp stuff,
I remember us running around the boxing club when the gym was being done up.
Yeah.
the laps around it, and so it was tough, like, but it was good.
My coach used to say, it's like, you know, that's the thing about hitting the bags. The bags don't hit back.
Yeah.
Or Mike Tyson, everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the face. That's unreal. I'd love to see you doing the white collar. Do you know any of the other gals you can wrangle into doing the white collar?
Oh, I'm sure there's a few there.
Yeah. Cool, Ciara, do you have any kind of sign off information you want to give to anybody, or anything you want to say to anybody listening who's maybe uninspired, unmotivated?
Look, just don't give up, and don't let the knocks knock you completely. Do you know, like, you're only human at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, just keep going. Like, it doesn't get any easier. Like, you know, well, it does get easier, but you know, the journey is, you know what I mean? Don't give up, and don't let the knocks just knock you. You know, it is so easy to give up if you've had a bad week or a bad run of it. You know, even like booking with yourselves there for check-in, you know, and you get us. You're great at helping people find their focus. You know, about motivating people. You know, it's just don't give up. You know, so easy to be there, done.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. That literally is it. And I like what you said. I like what you said, because you said two different things. You said it doesn't get easier, but then you said it does get easier, and it does, because, you know, it's like, even though it doesn't get easier, we do get tougher.
Yeah.
And I think if you were to kind of put yourself into the situation where you used to be, it's like you are probably such a more mentally and physically tough person now than you were then. I always compare, because I always grew up boxing. I always imagined putting myself against the old me in the ring, and I literally put the two of us in the ring. I'm like, who'd win? And there has literally been times in my life where old me would have won, and then that gets me seriously fired up, because if me from 5 years ago could beat me, what have I been doing?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like, you know, even like, you know, starting out lifting 5 kilo dumbbells, say deadlifting 5 kilo dumbbells, you know, and these are getting easier. Okay, it's getting easier, but it's time to change it up and make it a bit harder. You know, the kind of way, like, like when I left the gym, I was deadlifting 20 kilo kettlebell, or not kettlebells, dumbbells. You know what I mean? Like, who am I?
That is incredible. Yeah, that's serious weight as well.
Like, when did that happen? But it's such an accomplishment for me, because I love deadlifting. It's one of my favorite exercises, you know. So, like 40 kilos. For me, I felt amazing doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's serious weight. I'd love to get a barbell here and get you doing some serious numbers. That'd be class.
Oh, Brandon, get the barbell. I'm ready for it.
Good stuff. And so, Ciara, just tie it all off. If you had to pick maybe four habits that got you from where you are to where you are today, what are the habits?
Tracking your food.
MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, MyFitnessPal. I live by it. You know, it's a habit now. That is a habit. It's a habit I've stuck with from I started. Tracking your food, definitely. Get your workouts done. Even your 10,000 steps a day. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was one thing that was not drilled into me, but it was a focus, you know, to get into them 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
And don't be hard on yourself. If you hit a knock, don't let a knock you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Definitely.
Cool. Why those words?
Yeah. Brush it off and start again. It's not the end of the world, you know. You're only human.
Every day is a new day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Ciara, so you're saying it's important to track food on MyFitnessPal, work out, 3-4 times a week?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 times a week, I would say. I would do. I would do 5, because I'm addicted now. But, like, you know, get your 4 workouts done a week, you know.
Super, yeah. And then you're neat. Remember, guys, Ciara said 10,000. Minimum 10,000. Minimum. 10. We're hard asses around here. And then last one was our mental attitude. Exactly. So it's a mental attitude, and again, a mental habit of just essentially understanding what adversity is, and essentially, you know, having the sense to understand you're not always going to win every single day. You know, we're not always going to break new ground every single day. You're not always going to feel like the best you've ever felt from Monday to Sunday. That just doesn't happen. You know, but it's about knowing that ahead of time and knowing that when the low does come, just kind of going, well, look here, I'm only human.
That's it, yeah, definitely.
Ciara, thanks so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. I know you're a little bit nervous coming on. I have to say, I'm sure the guys will let you know you absolutely smashed it. Honestly, you're one of the most inspirational ladies that I know. You have one of the most drastic changes of anybody I know, both mentally and physically. And I know that in your house anyway, you know, Paddy started off leading the wagon. I know you've just took over now, and you're almost showing him how it's done, which, you know, again, it's so important to have that dynamic in a relationship, you know, somebody that can, the fact that he sparked an interest in you and now you have nearly ignited the whole house on fire.
Yeah.
So fair play to Ciara.
Thanks very much, Brandon. Thanks for torturing me for coming on.
Guys, if anybody wants to, if you enjoyed the podcast and you like the kind of information that we're spewing out, check out all our other podcasts on Spotify or on Podbean or on our YouTube channel, The Fighting Fit Show. You can get me on Instagram at FF Movement Coach. You can get the head boss. His Instagram is fighting_fit. And Ciara, do you have an Instagram you'd like people to follow you at?
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much. She's a Louth. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.